What's up, Pirates? Wraith Talks here with Awaken TCG, and today we're going to be following up yesterday's video. What I want to do today is give you guys some practice. So as you can see here, if you go to optcg.gg/pack-simulator, I will have this linked down below in the description below. It should be the first link. You get to this screen here where you can choose a different set, right? So obviously they've had it since set 3. So you go to OP05, you can re-roll. And what this does, it basically simulates 72 cards. My math might be wrong, but you get 6 packs times 12. So I think it's 72. Don't quote me on that. But regardless, you can re-roll here for a simulation. And then all you do is copy. You go into your simulator, hit deck editor, and then you go to import deck. And it'll give you 72 cards, right? So now that we have our 72 cards simulated, what we do is we go card by card and seeing if we want to keep it or not. So obviously we can get rid of the leaders. Okay, so here, upper yard, we're never using this event, right? 100%, right? So some of these stages kind of don't really want. This is Don Quixote do Flamingo stage, don't really want. This is a Revolutionary Army stage. So stuff like that you don't want. Stuff like this that's really specific in decks where you want to search certain cards, obviously really bad. This requires a mixed leader, so you don't want it. So, you know, you can kind of weed out the bad cards and, you know, keep what's good, right? So here we have blocker, instant keep. Here we have a 3/3 that has a weird effect, right? That doesn't really synergize, get rid of it. This is a 1/1. Again, you need synergy, get rid of it instantly. So cards like this, right? 3 cost, 0 power, you can just get rid of. These Celestial Dragons are almost always going to be, you're always going to want to get rid of them. So here we have a blocker, you want to keep that. Here you may KO up one of your characters other than this card and give up to one of your opponent's characters -5. Again, needed a lot of synergy, so definitely don't want to run that. Keep your blockers. Any Celestial Dragons, like I said, you kind of want to get rid of. 2/4, you can hold off on that and see maybe you can get something out of it. These Bone Kishis are massive. You can play them on curve early game or wait for late game and give 2 of your opponents -2000 power and just have an insane turn for board control. So these right here, you definitely want to see. A Beppo, 3/5 Beppo. So he is just, you know, a 3/5 vanilla basically. So, you know, you can definitely keep that. Here you want to get rid of those. This card you can definitely take. And so, you know, you kind of, by what you're given, can kind of see what you want and what you don't want, right? You know, stuff like this that you could potentially use, so we'll leave it there. You know, maybe keep a couple of those. You definitely don't want this. This here is bad. This is really good, right? You play this at 8 Dawn, going second. You know, we already went through the video. I'm not going to do too much talking. I'm going to just go ahead and finish up making this deck list here. We're trying to get that sweet spot of, hold on, let me pick my leader. I'm going to go ahead and grab a Green Kid real quick, and I'm going to speed up this process as I, you know, continue making this deck list. I'm just going to go ahead and hit that 40 card sweet spot for these events, and then obviously 1 for leader. So at the end, my deck should be 41 cards in total. As you can see here, I'm kind of getting rid of what I don't want, what we just talked about. And you guys have a whole 30-minute guide on the cards you want to take, what not to take, the best cards that have good synergy, like Bone Kishi, things like a Roby, stuff like that. And so, you know, I'm just finishing off my deck list here. Making it decent, right? I got an okay pool. I didn't get too many SRs, nothing too extravagant, but I got a lot of solid base cards and some cards with good effects and a good amount of counters. I got 2 2Ks, which isn't bad, and then a good amount of blockers, right? So it's a decent list overall, but let's go ahead and get into some gameplay. All right, so we're going to have A9 here. We're going to be playing him. So he is my brother and my main testing partner. So we're going to go ahead and do this match. He obviously made a deck as well. And we kind of did some testing after, and we found out going second is better 100%. There's a lot of cards that, you know, you want you to be at 8 Dawn, 10 Dawn. And so going second overall is better. Usually I would say first is, but in this format with the cards we get this set, definitely second. And so turn 1, not much happening. Turn 2, I played a Bonshiki on curve, and then his turn he went he played a Pell, but then he went Jinbei on his 3rd turn. So now it is my turn. You know, he's developing board a little faster than me, but as you can see, I have a good play, right? So this Isho in hand stops one of your opponent's 7 costs or lower from attacking. So his Pell, which has a -2000 effect, means it is not going to be able to swing at my Bonshiki. you know, giving it minus 2000, making it a 4K. So now he's forced to swing 8K at it, which this should have been a 4K, right? If the Pell was able to attack. And so I blocked out of it. And then obviously he doesn't want to attach more Dawn. So I saved my unit, which gives me a lot of extra pressure, right? I ended up taking one of the hits, but then I played a Arobi to kill his Pell off rip, because Arobi kills a 3 or less when you're at 8 or more Dawn, right? So this threshold that I just hit this turn allowed me to play this and KO one of his bodies that didn't see a single swing and that he kind of wasted 3 Dawn on. So I'm going to swing 5, and then I'm going to go ahead and swing 6. And then I'm thinking here, I'm going to attach 1, swing 7, and play a Morley. A Morley, interestingly enough, it's a 3/5 that has no counter, but if it swings at 7,000 power, your opponent cannot activate blockers. And as you can see, he has 2 blockers there. And so this is a good card that if I ever need to get through blockers, it has that Luffy effect. And so he swings 6 at my Isho, and I go ahead and just block out. And then he's going to swing 8K, and I play super aggressive, and I give him another counter. I give him 3K. So he goes 8 again, and then I pass. Right now, at this point, I have a pretty decent sized board against him, and it is my turn at full Dawn to, you know, pretty much go crazy with 2 swings with Kid here and clear his board. So that's exactly what I'm going to get into here. Just doing some math on how exactly I'm going to do it. But I figured, okay, he has 3 cards in hand. I'll just swing 6K with my units, make them cough up 1 card each, and then they're going to die regardless. And so he knew that, and so he'd rather keep his hand, you know, in his hand rather than in the trash. So he blocked out one of the hits. He countered out 1 6K, but he blocked out one of them. So I'm going to do the same thing here. No point in switching it up. I'm going to get, you know, a double swing off. So I'm doing some math here. I'm swinging 9K at his Jinbei just to get rid of it, right? Don't need that thing living. He can block here, but I'm going to swing again. So probably wants to keep the blocker up, and then going to swing 7, forcing him to counter or take because he cannot block that anymore. I do double swing regardless for 9K, and he takes. And so at this point, being super aggressive definitely played out. Obviously, he can clear my board here, but it doesn't matter too much because I have a big double swing. And then I top decked Akuma, and I already had an Arobi in hand. So a really rough turn for him. Both of his blockers were just instantly gotten rid of. And so here I'm going to definitely clear his board just so I'm in no threat of dying next turn. He'll have 3 swings, and I will still be at 0 life even if I take them all. And he would need, if he clears my Bone Shiki, he would definitely still need, I would have 4 swings. Okay, so he cleared, so I would still have 4 swings technically, and so he would need a lot of blockers, and he doesn't have enough in hand. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this example. That is going to be it for today's video. It's just kind of putting into action of our yesterday's video. Like this video, comment down below if you're excited for OP05, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.